Before we get started, a special thanks and shout out goes to Gator Motorsport for allowing us to feature this incredible 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS on the channel. If you're in the Indianapolis area and looking for something special, be sure to check them out. In the mid-1990s, Chevrolet did something unexpected. In an era increasingly defined by front-wheel drive platforms and shrinking performance sedans, they revived a legendary nameplate and attached it to something that big, rear-wheel drive, and unapologetically American. This is the 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. Built on GM's B-body platform and sharing its foundation with the Caprice, the Impala SS wasn't flashy in the traditional sense. It didn't need stripes or wings to announce itself. Instead, it relied on stance, presence, and subtle aggression. It looked like a full-size sedan because it was one, but it carried itself just a little bit differently. By 1996, this platform was nearing the end of its run. Body-on-frame construction, rear-wheel drive, traditional full-size proportions. The Impala SS represented the final chapter of that formula for Chevrolet. In many ways, it became one of the last true American full-size performance sedans of its kind. Finished here in dark cherry metallic and preserved in factory original condition, this example captures the car exactly as it would have appeared in a Chevrolet showroom nearly 3 decades ago. Today we're taking a closer look at what made the 96 Impala SS such an icon, why it still commands respect, and what it's like to revisit one in factory original condition. Hey everyone, welcome to another in-depth review video on this really kind of cold day here in February in Indiana. We're over at Gator Motorsports, and today's latest installation of the in-depth review series, we are presenting this absolutely stunning, meticulously maintained and extremely low mile 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. The Impala SS from this era is based on the B body, so based on the Chevrolet Caprice Classic, the Buick Roadmaster, and the Oldsmobile Vistas. The Vista Cruiser, that was a wagon, but it was all B body stuff. But it has been made into a more sporty, more performance-oriented, full-size performance car. Very low slung, very aerodynamic, monochromatic body color treatment. Speaking of which, is painted in dark cherry metallic, and it features the gray leather interior. It is extremely cold today, so my voice is all over the place. I do have its full when new pricing shown on screen with the options listed in the description box below, so make sure you go ahead and head over there and check that out. Today's review is going to be a full in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the exterior to the interior, powertrain, fuel economy, performance, and everything else in between. Opening the hood on the Impala is very easy. First, pull the hood release in the driver's side footwell, and since the car is based on the Caprice, access is easy at all points. Under the grille is a large safety catch release, and the hood is supported by dual gas struts. Once it's opened, marvel at the absolutely gem of an engine compartment, and behold the Corvette-derived 350 cubic inch, 5.7 liter overhead valve LT1 V8 engine. For B-bodies, this engine was of cast iron block and head construction and features sequential multi-port fuel injection in a 10.5 to 1 compression ratio. In this tune, the engine creates 260 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, 330 pound-feet of torque at 3,200 RPM. Car and Driver magazine tested their Impala SS from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour comes in at 17.9 seconds and hits a quarter mile in 15 seconds at 92 miles per hour. Top speed is drag limited to 142 miles per hour. And the Impala SS has a rear license plate mounted fuel tank and is equipped with a 23 US gallon fuel capacity, and it consumes 5.6 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of 414 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 15 miles per gallon in the city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway, and 18 miles per gallon combined. The sole available transmission on the car comes in the form of a robust 4-speed turbo-hydromatic 4L60E automatic transmission. It is electronically controlled with a lock-up torque converter and features a top gear ratio of 0.70 to 1 and is connected to the 3.08 to 1 limited slip axle ratio. Steering is supplied by Saginaw and is hydraulic power-assisted recirculating ball with 2.8 turns lock-to-lock and features a 38.9-foot turning radius with a 12.7 to 1 overall steering ratio. Wheels on this car are the iconic 17 by 8.5 inch cast aluminums and are shot in the 225/50R17 Hankook Venture ST all-season tires. Brakes on the car are power-assisted 4-wheel disc brakes and are assisted by ABS. The brakes are 12-inch ventilated rotors all the way around, and they can stop the Impala SS from 70 miles per hour to 0 in just 179 feet. Now as we walk along the rear of the car, of course we're going to cover the rear end styling in depth. One of the notable features of this car is the distinctive lack of chrome trim. It also has dual exhaust and tinted lenses for the headlights and taillights. It also has a spoiler. Alrighty, around the rear end of the Impala, not a whole lot is different from the Caprice Classic cars, other than the more extensive monochromatic body appearance, a little bit more aggressive bumper treatment. We've also got some chrome outline for the windows that is, of course, being carried over. But we also have body color on the B and the C pillars as well. I think they were black on the standard B cars. Body color door handles. Of course, you also have the addition of the Impala badge. And then down on the rear fender, we've also got the Impala script with, of course, the SS logo as well. And of course, you also have those deep dish aluminum alloy wheels. We've also got a little bit different taillight treatment back here. It is has these black lines that pretty much intersect all the areas in about a 1-inch gap. Darker tinted reverse lights. Of course, it's all segmented to red incandescent bulbs. We've also got the spoiler back here, the addition of the Impala badge in the center. Some of the things that do stay the same are the fuel filler cap behind the license plate, but even that chrome strip is gone and it is replaced by a body color strip instead, so it gives it more of a stealthy monochromatic appearance to it. Now as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, I do have exterior dimensions on screen just underneath the car, so you can check those out. It is a large car, very, very roomy. Been wanting to do one of these for a while, and what better way to do one than a super low mile, almost like new car. Now as we walk along the front of the vehicle, you'll notice similarities to the Caprice Classic. Also, you'll notice major differences between that, and that is the lack of a chrome grille, of course. It's a little bit different. It is more SS oriented. Alrighty, now up front, it does look very similar to the Caprice Classic that it's based on, but there's a lot of differences here, just like in the rear end styling. A lot of it is more of a monochromatic body color treatment, but we'll go over some of those differences. One thing I do like is these more aerodynamically styled mirrors. I think those came out for 96 model year. They do fold in as well, which is really nice. Chrome molding. Nice long, low sloping hood. No chrome, it's all body color surround around the wheel wells. The chrome stripes are gone and it's all body color now. We do have simple halogen headlamps, high beams and low beams, turn indicators on either side, and of course this vehicle is also equipped with cornering lights. No fog lights, however. Now, the traditional Caprice Classic grille has been replaced. It was more of a waterfall grille with chrome. It is all body color now. It just has two openings with the body color slit right in the middle. Red Chevrolet bow tie logo, of course. Honeycomb inserts. Gives it a more sporty appearance. All right, before we head inside the car, and thank goodness because the wind is brutal today, very, very cold. Let's take a look and see what we got for keys. We've got GM's traditional single-bladed square-headed key with the pass key. Yeah, that was the AMG GLS or GTS, I think, just passed by. All right, before we get inside the car, thank goodness too, because the wind is brutal out here today. It's very cold. Anyways, take a look at the keys. We got GM's traditional square-headed single-bladed key with the pass key chip in it. And of course, we've also got the requisite round trunk key and door key. In addition, we've also got GM's keyless remote transmitter. So we have lock, unlock, and trunk release. Pretty much standard equipment from all the Chevrolet lines. Very easy to operate. And let's go ahead and open up the door, check out the interior. Opening the door is actually a very solid affair and reveals a very gray leather interior. I do have the front seat dimensions on screen, so you can see how much room is in this car. Being a large car, it's a very roomy car. It'll be very comfortable for long road trips. You'll see in a moment the interior of this car is absolutely pristine. Let's take a look at the door panels here. One note is the fact that the trim actually goes around the entire perimeter of the door itself into the A-pillar there, where it meets up with the rest of the door trim. Now, traditional to GM, of course, most of it is all plastic, but we do have the soft leather-grained vinyl here. We have gray door handle pulls, black plastic instead of wood. We have our door locks here, the door pulls here, mirror controls are there. We have a plethora of controls on the door panel. All of our window switches are right here. Window lockout, and what's really cool is with the driver's side window, it's an auto down. So what happens is it actually locks into place when the power is on, and it will pull that window down until it's done, and then it'll switch back to the neutral location. And then of course over here we have our seat controls. We have our seat tilt for the front and the rear, and then of course we have our fore and aft adjust, up and down seat adjust. Where we have another door pull here, soft padded armrest, multiple levels of storage in the door pockets. It is all carpet lined as well. We've got our safety lights here, and the neat thing is, you can't see it here, but this actually illuminates when the lights are on, and it kind of illuminates that map pocket. Yeah, you can see it there now, actually. Of course, we've also got door speakers. And take a look at the driver's side instrument panel. We have our instrument panel brightness and dim, our twilight sentinel sensitivity for automatic headlights. We've also got our headlight control there, air vent, small little storage tray. We have our parking brake release, hood release, and sadly, even though it's equipped with a Corvette engine, it does not have the Corvette 6-speed or 5-speed manual transmission. Parking brake pedal, but the carpets are in absolutely stunning condition. You'll also note the addition of the OBD2 port. That is the, I think it's one of the first GMs to install OBD2 in their cars, replacing OBD1. Of course, there is no Impala SS in the entry plates or anything like that. Doesn't even have the Body by Fisher logo anymore. We do have a tilt leather-wrapped steering wheel, multifunction controller, which we'll go over in a few, and then our seat back recline. All right, taking a look at the seats. The seats are very comfortable. They are very supportive, bucket seats, of course, and they're fitted in gray leather. They have these really nice head restraints with the SS logo embroidered into the backs of them. Perforations for the center portions of the seats. Kind of wish the seats were heated, but they are not. But the seats are actually in very nice shape. Very nice and plush, very, very comfortable. The stitching is in excellent shape. Just overall interior trim is fantastic. All right, now we're just going to hop inside and we're going to check out the rest of the interior. Alrighty, now that we're inside, let's check out the rest of the interior. As I said before, it does have a leather-wrapped steering wheel, and it is very slippery to the touch. But it's a nice feel to it. Just a 2-spoke steering wheel, and it's very, very simple to operate because there's absolutely no steering wheel controls on this vehicle. We just have the horn pads. Very nice, large air horn, of course. Chevrolet logo down there, and of course, a prominent airbag. And over here we do have the multifunction lever, so very typical of GMs from the 90s. It is your turn signal switch. It's also your high beam switch, and your flash to pass, all that kind of stuff. It also incorporates your wiper washer controls and your cruise controls. So you have off, the switch here, off, on, and then on the button on the end, you have the set button and then resume accelerate. And then of course your brake also cancels it. As stated before, you do have the tilt lever. Other than that, you don't have any other steering column mounted controls. The shift lever has been moved to the floor. Staring straight ahead of us, GM got rid of the old central digital display for the speedometer and then the analog auxiliary gauges. So it used to be where you had a full complement of gauges, say for the tachometer, and now GM has added Chevrolet has added the 7,000 RPM tach for a more sporty look and analog setup, but we don't have the other gauges. So Motor Week would really lament about this. There's no voltage and no oil pressure gauge. But check out the odometer, 31,215 miles at the time of this recording. This car has barely even been broken in. All right, moving over the top of the dash. The rest of the dash is pretty much all Caprice Classic. It's all hard plastic, all the way across the entire width of the dash. Terminates over to the passenger side with a large airbag cover. And then, of course, we also have a locking glove box, which is cavernous, has the owner's manual, trunk release, and it's illuminated. Also have a positional air vent over there, and coming down the center stack, we have black plastic in this area here, and we have two additional positional air vents that you can adjust the vent up and down, and you can actually use these little swivels here to adjust your vents back and forth. It's kind of a neat little touch. Up at the top, we have our climate controls. Very, very simple to use. We have our fan speed here, rear defroster, temperature controller, and panel distribution. Down below, we do have a small Impala SS trim paint piece. And then down here, we have the pretty standard GM AC Delco theft lock AM/FM CD player. We've also got English metric for our odometer and our trip meter controller. We've also got a cigarette lighter here, or you can use it as a 12-volt power point. Of course, this vehicle has never been smoked in. This vehicle is like brand new. And then down here, we have a fold-out tray that includes a nice little storage cubby, ashtray, of course, that can be taken out to be cleaned and all that kind of stuff. And it just pulls away really nicely into the dashboard. And of course, due to the the Impala SS, we do have a full-length center console that stretches the entire length of the front seat area. And it does have some segmented storage, the Impala logo, our T-handle for our leather-wrapped shift knob, shift lever that's been moved from the column to the floor, and it comes up into an armrest that does open up to reveal additional storage and coin storage as well. So yeah, there you go. That's the front seat portion mostly of the Impala SS from 1996. As you can see, it's a very, very nice car. Some more details. Overhead, we do have an automatic dimming rearview mirror, and you'll notice it also has incorporated reading lights. That's a nice little touch. I've always liked that. We've also got massive sun visors with, of course, illuminated vanity mirrors. And the sun visors do swing out, but they do not slide. But check this out. They don't need to because you have more than sufficient sun visor coverage. The only thing I wish is that it had a secondary sun visor. That was kind of popular back in the 90s. And it also does not have height adjustable seat belts. Other than that, this is a pretty nice car. Even despite all that, it's a very nice car. The previous owner took very nice care of this vehicle. Alrighty, now let's hop in back and check out the rear seat. Opening the door, nice solid door, opens up nice and wide, and reveals the rear seat. And I do have the rear seat dimensions on screen as well. Taking a look at the door panels, the same attention to detail has been paid back here as it does up front. The door trim continues all the way around the perimeter of the door, where it terminates into the door panel itself, where we have that same soft textured leather grain vinyl, black plastic, door pull, armrest, and an additional door pull. Your door locks are back here, your door openers, ashtrays back here. Your window switches are down here. Some small amount of storage with carpet lining and carpeting on the face of that area. No Impala insignia on the tread plates back here either. Now in the back, we do have very nice large storage pockets in the backs of the front seats. Carpet's in excellent shape, and you can see that there's no air vents back here or any kind of distribution back here. There is small vents underneath the seat that allow heating to come through the footwells. And overhead, we do have overhead coat hooks, reading lights, and that kind of nice stuff. Nice amount of visibility back here as well due to the larger greenhouse area. And while we're back here, let's go ahead and take a look at the seats. The seats do seat 3 across. They are fixed in place. They do not adjust. They do have integral head restraints on the outboard seats. In the center, we do have the Impala logo embroidered into the back of the seat. And we also have that same perforation back here as well. Pretty typical GM seatbelts from back in the day. Very large and clunky. Into these extremely excruciatingly hot seatbelt buckles in the summer. These things probably get about the temperature of the surface of the sun, and when it touches your skin, that's all you have. You'll have a GM logo embroidered or embossed into your leg. Anyway, fold down center armrest. Again, no cup holders or anything like that, but it's overall a very nice and very comfortable place to be. Alrighty, there are 3 ways to open the trunk in this car. First way is opening the glove box, and I showed you this before, and just popping that trunk button right there, and that'll open the trunk up for you. The second way to do it is by taking your oval-headed key, sticking it right in the keyhole here, just underneath that Impala logo, turning that key to the right, and that'll pop your trunk for you. Or you can just press and hold the trunk button on the key fob, which is probably actually dead. Nope, no, it's not. And that trunk does pop open, but it doesn't pop all the way open, but it's actually pretty light because it's counterbalanced by spring hinges. And the trunk opens up very, very nice and wide to reveal an absolutely cavernous cargo area. About 24 cubic feet to be exact. Fully carpeted and fully lined. It does have the full-size spare tire back here. It is illuminated as well. You have a carpet or a cargo divider back here. I think that's the front plate there. Just overall, just a very roomy trunk. Even the trunk lid is absolutely flawless in its cleanliness here. It's in really good shape. This car does not have the soft closing trunk, however. To close it, you just close it like a normal trunk. Just like so. Alrighty, and there you have it. The 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. We do hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews or our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. We're also on TikTok. And of course, again, a huge thanks and shout out to Gator Motorsports here in Indianapolis, Indiana, for allowing me to come out today and film this absolutely pristine Chevrolet Impala. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.